Every month, millions of workers in the UK see something called national insurance deducted from their pay. The name suggests it's insurance. You pay in, and if something goes wrong, you're covered. That's the deal, right? But here's the thing. National insurance isn't really insurance at all. It's just another tax. And the story of how it went from a genuine insurance scheme to a tax in disguise is one of the most fascinating tricks in British fiscal history. It actually started with good intentions. In 1911, David Lloyd George introduced national insurance as part of a radical welfare reform. And here's the key thing. It genuinely worked like insurance. You paid in a fixed weekly contribution, your employer matched it, and the government topped it up. In return, you got specific, measurable benefits. Sick pay if you couldn't work, unemployment benefit if you lost your job. Later, in 1948, the state pension was added to the deal. The money was ring-fenced. It went into a national insurance fund, separate from general taxation, and it could only be spent on those specific benefits. Your contribution was tracked. Your entitlement was earned. If you hadn't paid in enough stamps, you didn't qualify. This wasn't a tax. It was a contract. So, what happened? The system started to change, slowly, and then all at once. First, the flat rate contribution became earnings-related. Instead of everyone paying the same fixed amount, it became a percentage of your salary. That's not how insurance works. Your car insurance doesn't double because you got a raise. Then the link between contributions and benefits weakened. The state pension stopped rising in line with what people paid in. Sick pay was pushed onto employers. Unemployment benefit was replaced with a means-tested system that barely resembles insurance at all. But the critical moment came when national insurance revenues started quietly flowing into general government spending. The NHS, for example, partly funded by NI, but the NHS treats everyone, whether they've paid in or not. That's not insurance. That's a public service funded by taxation. Today, the National Insurance Fund still technically exists, but it's an accounting fiction. If it runs short, the Treasury tops it up. If it runs over, the Treasury borrows from it. The ring fence has been flattened. So why does the government keep calling it national insurance? Why not just merge it with income tax and simplify everything? Because the name is politically useful. Here's the trick. When a government wants to raise revenue, increasing income tax is explosive. Voters hate it, but increasing national insurance contributions, that polls much better. People hear contribution and think they're paying into something. They're investing in their future. In 2022, the government raised NI by over 1% specifically for health and social care. Calling it income tax would have been politically impossible. And there's one more layer most people miss entirely. Your payslip shows employee national insurance at 8%, but your employer also pays 15% on top of your salary, and you never see it. That's money that could be your wages, but it vanishes before it ever reaches you. It's a hidden tax on employment itself, and it makes hiring people more expensive than it needs to be. So here's where we end up. National insurance is an income tax, with a different name, different thresholds, different rules about what income counts, and a completely fictional link to benefits. Two parallel tax systems running side by side, because merging them would force politicians to